Welcome to Elden Ring. My name is Nilaus, and I make these guides for dungeons and guides and quests and all sorts of things that might be useful in your endeavor through the lands between. So we've made it all the way to the mountaintops of the giants, and oh my god, that is a horrible place. Such a step up in difficulty, and especially in these dungeons, it is very difficult. So I hope this guide will help you figure out how to deal with it and go through all these weird things. There are a number of weird tricks and mechanics and double elevators and secret doors and all that good stuff that I'll guide you through all of it. So let's dive in, and if you like these kind of guides and want to see more, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing to keep up with more guides here on the channel. Let's dive in. The first one is Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs, and it's you can easily miss it. You are at this location where there's this very slim bridge, and then you go over and jump down there, and then you have the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs, and we're gonna go in here. Now this is kind of a confusing thing because there's some double elevators and rooms that look about the same, but I will be sure to guide you all the way through in a safe manner. And we see the beast eye quivers, so we know that there is a death route somewhere in here, but that's gonna be easy to find because it's just in the normal boss room. Alright, as usual, we buff up. Now, one thing that I should mention, if you've been following some of my other guides, is that I've changed my setup for this in order to sort of minimize the amount of damage I take, because I basically felt that most of the things just let me have 2 hit points, and I could be hit twice, and that was it. So I think that it's yeah, it was necessary for me to actually get some more protection. So no more Radagon Sword Seal, because I'm just taking way too much damage on this. Instead, we are going to go for more jump attacks, because jump attacks are absolutely amazing. So we'll be doing lots of jumps, and because they also deal a lot more stagger than normally, and well, we do like our stagger. We also no longer use the talisman that upgrades our damage when we are fully healed, because we are not going to be fully healed very much. Come on, get that down. And as usual with these goblins here, then it's just taking it nice and quiet. They're not dangerous in themselves, but if you're careless, then, well, everything is dangerous. And around the corner, and around this corner there's a little flower, can't forget those. So we take an elevator down, and as we take this down, there is a jump off right before we are all the way down, but there's nothing there, so it's completely irrelevant as is that one there. There's nothing up there, so no matter. I'm gonna go back here and trigger the elevator again, because this elevator is actually a double elevator, and it's very easy to miss the other part, the second part here. But we'll take the lower part first. That's why we are waiting for it to come up. It's the first half of the game, there were just no double elevators, so it was kind of disappointing. Always checking for double elevators, and then suddenly they are everywhere. I mean, I think there are 3 dungeons that have them right now that I've seen, but that's pretty much everywhere. So we are down here at the basement level. Take care of the goblin as usual, and now we get my absolute least favorite enemy. I don't know, maybe it's the shrimps, maybe it's these ones, because these ones, they are not fun. They're called Lesser Watchdog, Burial Watchdog, and there's nothing lesser about them. They have so much poise, and you basically have to, when you do the jump, if you're a melee character, you have to do it that way. So. And this is a good chance to do that attack, and still they don't get knocked down. Luckily we got it staggered for once. That's again why jump attacks are amazing, because they get extra stagger. And that's a bad place to be, because there is a brush trap behind us that is gonna almost kill us. Whew. But yeah, when they jump, you sort of have to find the timing of the roll. We're gonna shoot here, so we knock that one down, so we don't have to get frozen on the way in. There's a side path here and a little trap to run into. Wow, I knew you were there and I still got hit by it. Damn. And still trying to maintain as much as possible of our focus points as we go through this. Trying to conserve the use of our flasks. Going back. And there's nothing up here. That's also an important thing to see if there's any reason why you'd want to sort of put them down or take them back up. If you jump on them, you can jump up. Alright, so around this corner there's a secret door. Secret wall. It really is very minuscule, but it might just, if you're used to just running halfway in and run to the side, you might panic and not notice it. I don't know. Coming in, and there we go. There's another burial watchdog. So let's just get some damage in. Wait for it to jump in. We jump out, roll out, and the timing is just hard to get. But it is possible to jump in. Yes, we got it. Stagger. Also, somehow we just don't deal enough damage to this stagger. And I'm just using the jump attack. It's the best way of dealing with them because you can stay at a distance and then jump in. So all of this area here in the basement was all for this glorious loot. A fire monk ashes. Well, it is what it is. So all we need to do is just run all the way back, get that little flower that we missed, and all the way up, get the elevator. And we can now continue at the level where we are supposed to go. So here we have the door as usual. We don't need to find how to open the door. So there are two on the side, but I know that I can get in here and get my iframes so I don't get hit by the two blasts. So they don't stagger from a jump attack, but they stagger from a counter. And we heal up, and then we can continue further into this dungeon. And it's a pretty massive dungeon. That's let's not kid ourselves about this. And again, these drop-offs halfway are not really interesting. Alright, so this is the actual dungeon where we have to that we're coming into now. All the other thing was just a little, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was just like, yeah, a side path just to get a single little item. But this is the real dungeon. And hello, Mr. Jar. So I switch to two-hander and do a jump attack. And taken care of. 3 jump attacks, they always stagger, well, stagger but not the poise break. So, let's see, we are going to, since this room will be one that looks like it's repeating, so we'll put a marker here. This is yellow, not orange, yellow. Yellow is the first one, and we can walk around, take care of the mini jars. Leave no enemy alive. How could I miss that? Alright, and now we have, since we went in here, we need to get up there. There's the lever that opens above the yellow area. So we just continue further in. There's a trap, don't go on that one. The reason why there's a lot of traps here on these corridors is because you're going to have to run through it, and then also like this room here. So I would say that in preparation, if you want to just be well prepared, get some flaming arrows and some poison arrows. Flaming arrows here. If you hit them with fire, then they explode immediately. That's super convenient. Then you don't need to get close to them. It also means that my blasphemous blade is not great at taking them out, because as soon as I hit them, they blow up. So we have everything done. And we can then walk carefully through this. There's nothing up here. Just check it so that you make sure that there's nothing like extra where you can hitch a ride on one of these. And for some reason this one's completely empty. Very boring. No secret doors or anything. Don't worry. Moving up to the next room. You can run through this. and just take a bit of poison. This is where I use poison arrow. It's one of those things that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you see a poison enemy, and why would you hit it with poison arrow? But if you hit it with 4 poison arrows, it overloads on poison and explodes. And if they're close enough, they will also hit each other and sort of chain reaction. But, you know, it's... you can also just run in and kill them, but then you probably will be poisoned. Whoop, one more. And then it goes into its overload mode and explodes. I just want to show that to you, since it's easy way. You can also do it with other things, Scarlet Rot things. I guess that's another one that I've used. So if you can overcharge them. Oh, we only got 3 on this, so 4, then it goes overload. And they're just far enough away from each other that they don't trigger each other. Alright. And boom. And we can run through it without too much trouble. So that's another place that if you don't kill it, then you can run through it. And also if you die in here, then I guess it would make sense. Wow, that is one dodgy little jar. So here I just, for the hell of it, I want to kill it with the trap. I just find that to be interesting that you can do this. But he's just not really keen on getting into the middle of the area. Come on, come on. You can do it. Ah, there we go. He got hit by 2. There. Yay. Sometimes you can use that. Most of the times it's a bit irrelevant. So now this is a dead end, and the only thing we can do at this point is we don't have any forks in the road. We only have that location. So we jump down and then we are back here. Or are we? No, because there's no yellow indicator down there, so it's not the same place. So all we need to do is just run around, just see that there's nothing interesting up here, and we can then jump down. Be careful though, there are a lot of exploding ones, and me hitting them with a flaming weapon is not a good time. So just trying to dodge as much as possible. I don't know how I didn't get hit by this one, but I didn't. So switch to two-hander, switch to the L1 aim, oops, and you blow up by right where you are. It's a flaming arrow, so that's why flaming arrows are super convenient here. Now this one, we now have 2 exits since we jumped down. And we are going to mark this one, and just typical, it's orange. So yellow is 1 and orange is 2. Now we go here and take the orange one up. This is the dead end, but it's it does have some enemies, so we need to do that as well, and probably also a bit of mediocre loot as things are. So I don't know what's happening with these, but these seem well, docile, I guess. There's one more. There's actually 2 more. One is in the ceiling, but we don't take that, but we take this one as well. It's not even reacting. Don't know. Maybe they're just hoping that you run through and then they aggro when you have to fight this annoying thing. Give it some attack to start with. This is the part. Can you get the timing right? That was actually good. And we got the poise break. You have to be keeping up the pressure, otherwise it recovers poise way too quick. Alright, so that's pretty good. We got all that, and it's going to do at that closed space and frost. No thanks. I'll just wait. We did take the loot we could get here, which is absolutely nothing. And it just barely didn't die. But so it managed to kill us, or hit us. There wasn't anything. There was just a golden rune and a flower, so, but you know, so you can skip it if you want. There's nothing else up here. Oh, and this is the one that was docile, and now he's actually doing stuff. We'll use that as an opportunity to top up on our focus points. Every critical hit gives us 15 focus points thanks to the cerulean dagger. And now we take the ride back. And here is another, well, not quite the double elevator, but another elevator trick. So jump out. And we go back in. trigger the elevator to go up. And this is the progression area, but we're not into progression yet. We just need to clear this area as well, so we continue out here like we did for the yellow one, the area 1. So again, same principle. There's a trap. Turn around the corner. What we will get? We'll get those choppy traps, and we'll have more of the little exploding jars. Well, so far so good. There, exploding jars. Trying to time it is just impossible. Just shoot and then hope for the best. Cool, they're all dead. And we can proceed in here. Just go in, and 3 jump attacks is just what it takes for me. Again, nothing much of interest here. And we continue. Remember the next one. The next one is the poison flower things. Well, not poison flower, but poison pods? I don't know. Poison pod. You can go in and just hack at them, and then they topple, and you can get a critical strike. But as soon as they start spewing poison, then that kind of becomes impractical as well. So since we have this trick, then we are going to use that trick. That's the 3 and then 4 of those. At least for me, that's gonna have to be 4 of those before they are poisoned properly. Probably easier ways to get everything poisoned, but that's the way I'm gonna do it. One more. And then you carelessly run around and realize, oh damn, there's a big one. This one blows up as easy as the other ones, so despite the fact that it has 1,000,000 hit points approximately, then it still goes into the overload mode and is gone. Much easier way to kill that one. And don't stand in the poison. And now we can go. And here's yet another room. And we see another jar down there, and we want to use the trap again. This one is a bit easier to use the trap on. Somehow it doesn't trigger as easily. There you go. I'm too light to really trigger this trap. There we go. When he gets hit by multiple, then it goes down pretty quick. Living jar, raw meat dumplings. Alright, so this is again the dead end, and the only way we can go is here. Fall down, and fall down. And then we land at the orange one. So we did not go back to, you know, and at this point you might be like, what? How do I get back? At least I was when I did this. But as we mentioned, this is the way down. And jump. So this gets us to a new area. Try not to fall down here, because if you fall down, that's a long run. Then you're back to the start. We need to go in here first. Go around. What they're doing up here, and we have an item. And you can see this is the yellow, so this is the beginning one, and that's where we have the lever. And we can now go with the lever, and we've now activated it. So you can run around like an idiot like I did for a long time, but the correct way is actually just go back here. Just go back. And then take the elevator up, and then you get back to the room with the door that is now unlocked, and you can go back to the boss. So that is, there's not much running here. It's just basically up the elevator and run straight ahead. Go through this area and turn left. And now we come to the boss. And, well, it's a boss we've seen before. We have to go up against the ulcerated tree spirits. So what we need to do is just the usual thing, like a two-hander. We want to get, I don't know. I probably should get some damage instead of health here, but I'm just a bit careless here. Or careful. I think a lot of things I've really cranked up the damage in this area, so want to be careful. And going in, I deal more than 100 damage on my jump attacks. I don't think that's bad. Pretty good. No more than 100, I mean more than 1,000. So we got missed by that one. We can go in another 3 jump attacks. And I think the 4th one, if that was a jump attack, it might have worked. There we go. Got a knockdown. And we continued. Jump attack. Jump attack. And then I got a bit careless. Of course I should have just gone out there. Roll through it. Jump attack again. Jump attack again. We're almost done. And that one I jumped again and didn't have time to roll aside from the big grab, so, well, ow. Here now it's charging up and I thought I could actually get it there, but didn't quite get it. It had just 1 sliver of hit points left, but it was so kind enough to lie down so we could finish it off. Get 1 more useless golden seed. We have just way too many golden seeds at this point. So, and we get a Glovewort Bell Bearing 2 and the Death Root, and we're ready for the next dungeon. And the next one is Spiritcaller Cave. It's a very small one, but it can be a bit tricky. You started up here by the big frozen lake, where you also have the big dragon. You don't have to kill a dragon, and it doesn't aggro, so you can get to this one without aggroing the dragon, and also without even fighting it. Aggroing, fighting, yeah. So all we need to do is go in here, and we will of course also just, as always, just pop a rune arc for these dungeons. It's, well, you can use the rune arcs or not. I use them for these guides because, well, makes it go a bit easier. But they are a precious resource if you don't play PvP. So we're just, as usual, heading in. And here there's a part of the floor that will collapse. So let's not take that. We'll go the safe route instead. Must get budding cave moss. Super important. I pick up everything in these dungeons because there is... Okay, so there are not that many enemies in this dungeon. There are actually just 1 that is relevant, and that's the Spiritcaller snail back here. And this is basically teaching you, don't fight the wolves, just go over here, kill it, be done with it, all the other ones die. Very, very simple. Go over here and check if they're missing anything. Go back up and check to see if missing anything. But nope, nothing missed. And we can proceed. So anytime you see some ghosts in this one, you know there's a Spiritcaller snail nearby. And then it's better to take the snail, but that's why I'm going to show you how to do this. And now there is a little side path here that is exceptionally valuable. It just makes no sense how much value there's in this one. Well, a golden rune, a hero rune, and a rune arc. Nice. Very nice indeed. I don't know why. Something must have died, but then we just get a bit of health somewhere. And we proceed, continue further down. And when you get to this location, we turn around. If you fall down, then it's from this area you will come from. We take the snail out. And the wolves die. Somehow a spirit wolf can still have thin beast bones. Don't understand that, but it's magic. So this one is a dead end. I just wanted to show you. So if you drop down, you're gonna come out here, take the snail, and then the 2 paths will merge. This one is like, oh, he's a named guy, but you don't have to kill him because he's still the same thing. He's coming from a Spiritcaller snail. So we just take out the snail and goes bye-bye. But how do you get his weapons then? And his items? Well, you can't get his weapons, but his items, we can get that. So now comes into the big cave. This is kind of tricky because you can get into an endless fight where you just kill wolves and they keep spawning and you just kill wolves. So you sneak, run, sneak. Along the edge here, there are 2 snails and you have to kill both. So go behind here. You might get detected. Don't care about any of this, but you care about that one. It's dead, and now everything aggros. and half of them die, but only half of them. This is progression. Not gonna go there yet. We are gonna go all the way over to the edge here, and as we kill that one, everything else dies. There, easy. That actually means that there are only, what, 4 enemies you have to kill in this dungeon before going to the boss. And we can then casually run around, peace and quiet, and get the white reed armor. And armor set, that is probably the one that this summon guy was running around with. It looks like it, at least. And that means we are now ready for the boss fight. Now this boss fight is... It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it is a tough fight, but you've probably been fighting these, well, you must have been fighting these enemies before. So what you do is you go in, two-hander, we buff up with our Flask of Wondrous Physics, and we get some, yeah, I'm using some boiled prawns. I probably should just get more damage in, but, so we have a Godskin Apostle. He's not as, I don't know, maybe he doesn't have as much hit point as the normal Godskin Apostle. So what you just need, since you know the movement, then you should be able to counter. I don't know what's going there. And roll, and then we do a charge attack to get some damage in. Roll, and I focus very much on the jump attacks here. Jump, he gets knocked down at about 50%. Didn't get the critical hit, unknown reasons. And roll through it, and you can get a charge attacks. Go. That one should have been rolled out of. But we go away, nice long distance, get the heal up, and then we are ready. Kind of missed that one. And this is just move away from him. Roll under, get one attack in. And jump in. And I'm just too keen to actually get and jump in. But that's not it. Because this Godskin Apostle has a buddy. You could say they are a duo, but they're not. They're sequential here. And that's our good friend, Godskin Noble. So I guess I'm, in this case, being a bit over-aggressive. But I just really want to knock him down. That one. Jump. I guess because of all our attacks, we don't really take a lot of damage against this guy, so that's why I can be a bit more careless. Yeah. And another follow-up jump attack, and then he goes into phase 2, and then he starts that annoying roll that we just have no idea how to counter that roll. Well, getting rolled over, and even got to the point where I got rolled over twice. That's brilliant. Always good. Hey, that one. And that pounce there, or that slam there is a good one. And whoosh. I don't know how that missed me. I have no idea. But hey, sometimes. And we get another. This time was just the ground slam. Almost dead. And we got him. So, what now? Well, we still haven't called, since these are spirits, we still haven't killed the boss yet. And now comes the true boss. Yoink. Yoink. Dead. Right. And that was the end of that one. So actually a really small dungeon, but a tough fight at that. And we can get ready for the last dungeon of this area. Now here I marked also how to get there, because even though it looks like it's close to the beginning, it is not close to the beginning. You have to sort of get all the way through the end and go up top. So we are coming up here. This is the plateau overlooking sort of just the entrance, and it's a hero grave. Luckily there are no chariots. That's the good news. The bad news is there are more of these lesser, I can't believe they're called lesser, but lesser burial watchdogs. There is nothing lesser about them. And this one also has double elevators and secret doors, so it's all good. There's lots of interesting things to or secret walls at least. Yeah, so usual, go in and tap the grace in the beginning. And there's a little area that takes yet another one of our stone sword keys. At this point, since I've been doing everything, I have not been running out of these. I've always had enough for whatever I needed. And we get Flame Protect Me. I think it's good, but I don't know. Honestly, I mean, it's great to get like protection from things, but yeah, I don't think that sometimes I think the protection isn't really getting as much. So here we have a Fire Monk. Get a backstab in. Why not? It's going to make it easier. If we can just take a bit half health out. They have a lot of hit points. There we go. So the normal way is moving down this path and turn around the corner, but there is also a secret path that is allows you, especially if you are corpse running, to skip another watchdog / cat. So this is not super interesting. The fact that this one's up here means that you can't see it when you get down there. You can look up and go, there must be a secret door. So how it works is that we drop down behind. There's a watchdog at the bottom of the stairs, and there are 2 of these little goblins. So we'll let the goblins come in here. They are this usual black form, so they cannot be hit by anything until they get into this circle of roses, a light of roses. And then they can be killed as normal. So again, with the watchdog, if you just come down from the stairs on the other side of the room and aggro it, then you have to run past it in order to get up there. But you don't have to kill this, but we have to because we clear everything in these dungeons. And I think this is the perfect way to deal with this. So watch and learn. This is how to deal with these. Run in, we can get a critical hit. And then we can follow up with a jump attack. And then it will get started on its flaming things, which we don't care about. You can do, in this case I could do my Taker's Flame, but I don't. So we just wait for it to come in, and then we'll sort of get into that rhythm of I jump in, I roll, and I jump, and I roll, and I jump, and I roll, and I jump. And there we go. How about that? So if you get into that, then it's like, okay, they're pretty easy. But getting that rhythm down is not trivial. But hey, when you get it, it just feels amazing, and suddenly you're like, why were they so difficult? They are truly lesser. They're not. So I'm just going to go this way just to tie things together, just to show you that this is the path that we were taking. If we didn't take the secret way, then we would have come down this staircase and come in here to this room. And now we have up the stairs, we have a side path, and that is the progression. Down here, this is just a bit of extra things. So we go in here and try to aggro some things. The only thing we get is that flower there at the end. But we do have 2 of these gargoyles or goblins. So let's see if we can aggro them. Because we need to get them up to our lights. Come on. And lead it all the way up here. And it gets staggered as soon as it hits, or not staggered, poise broken, I guess. And I thought there was one more, but apparently not. So we just go in and take our flower as a reward. A level 9 flower, that's good. Looking up, like, where is it? I thought there would be one more. Oh well. Hey buddy. And he still gets us. Damn. But in the end we get him, and we can proceed. So now the only remaining thing is this side path here. So we'll take the side path. go a bit over here to the side and get our flower as a reward. And we'll change to our... here, just to take that out. Got it. And around the corner here, there's a fire monk, so be ready. Keep our shields up, and somehow you miss. They are really good at casting spells that even though in getting hit, they just don't care. Doesn't matter. There we go. We need a big attack to actually stagger them out of their spells. Not normal hits, but jump attacks that will stagger them out of their spells. Nothing here. It looks tempting, but alas, there's nothing here. So we come into this room, and you can see there's a hole in the roof of this, or the ceiling, and if we go knock this one, it goes up, and you can see that now there is a roses circle up top, but the problem is there are also flames, so we need to take it down so we can be safe, and go up the stairs. As we get up the stairs, we can shoot this, but here's the thing. Don't stand on the staircase, stand a bit further up. Or if you do this, make sure that you actually get out of the way of the flames, because, you know, flames hurt. So that's my tip for you. But it's okay. We can deal with this guy. His attack. That one we don't want to let you finish. And he is dead. Flames are reaching a bit further than I had anticipated. Okay, so now we go up here, and behind this, another one of our stone sword keys is being used. You can see that now there is a circle of roses in there, and there's that's only there because we took the flame trap and pushed it up. If you don't, then there's a hole in the ground here. You can then jump down on it, and then it'll go back up. So if you forgot to do that, then you can actually do it that way. Also, that means that if you, because there are 3 of these in here, if you stand in the middle of the square, you will actually go down on the elevator or the trap. So don't do that. Stand you at the edge as they come in. And the last one just isn't really keen on getting any closer. I understand that, but you need to. I'm just trying to trigger him to move forward. Alright, so we've just run past. Grab this item. That is a cranial vessel candle stand. Something we'd always wanted. Alright, now it's coming. Now it's coming. Finally. And we can take it. And that was just a little side path for the stone sword key. Not worth it. I mean, it's worth it if you want to use that item, but we just do everything because we do everything. And we progress. This is progression. And we take the elevator, and just as we take the elevator, we realize that grave flower will never be ours. Oh, the sadness. So we come down here, and you can see that there is a suspiciously empty square. And up there, we can't get up there, and there's a door that we can, or a big gate that we can open. So, how do we get something to light up that area? We can open that? Nah, we just do not do that. So we can go in here and let it roll up. And that serves 2 purposes. It sets the roses circle here. There we go. That's going to come in handy. But you know, I can also hitch. If this one was coming up and there's still a little chamber here, that must mean that we can go down as well. So we go down to this basement. It is absolutely not necessary. But there's some loot down there. There's also 2 of the lesser burial dogs, and well, we're not good friends with those. There we go. There it is. It landed. So let's see if we can deal with this one again. There are two of them, so what is important is that you stay in this area here. If you run out to the corridor behind, you risk actually aggroing both of them, and, well, one is tough enough as it is. Alright, here we just pop some, get some Exalted Flesh just to deal even more damage. 1100, that's nice for these guys here. That was not good. I don't even think I hit it. So we'll go with the usual jump around. Alright, I can stay here so you don't get hit by the one. Jump, just do a jump attack, run away, jump attack. Ow. Jump over that. Just also, well, almost jump onto that. And it's dead. Not exactly as clean as the first one, because it also did more than just a jump. And around the corner we have one more, so that's why we don't want to aggro any more of that, but we need to take it out and pull it back. So it kind of aggroes now, so it's really slow, but we need to get it into attack animation so it actually gets here in decent time. There we go. Now it's jumping forward. And I wouldn't say that that's what we like to see, because that's the most annoying attack. Come on. Get in here. And we're ready for it to come in here. And we can then get a critical hit. That's always good to get a critical hit to start with these. And jump attack. And that was not great. Roll away. That's gonna be hit by that. It's okay. It's okay to get hit by a few things here. If you really need it, once you've cleared this area, you can just go reset the dungeon again. It's okay. Because this part is really tough, especially the first time when you haven't really gotten used to it. So let's walk around down here and see what is the reward for killing those two. There's gotta be something. A flower. And there's a ladder up. We'll wait with that one because that loops back. Instead, we'll take this ladder up over here. I just really feel that was something, but it isn't. Let's take the ladder up. And then we have another dangerous enemy in here. This guy. You can see there's also some room up here. We'll get to that. That's actually behind the big gate upstairs. So there's another way to get in here as well. I'm going to sneak up and see if we can get a 1 fully charged and 2 fully charged. Not staggered yet, but roll away from his jump and stagger him like that. He's staggered. Depends, of course, on how much damage you do. And he's down. And we can jump and finish him. So this can be actually a bit of a tough fight, or it could be easy if you do it like this. So what we got is a giant seal, okay, and you also get a great grave glovewort. Those names. And then we can head back to the other entrance. We came from this side and we're going out this side here. All there is a drop down. Yeah, let's take it. You can do it. We're kind of waiting for Patches to kick us down. We still miss Patches. Where did he go after we saw him in the shaded castle? I don't know. I don't know where Patches went. And there's the other ladder up here. Now this is a very long ladder, and if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that long ladder means this gives you the ample opportunity to click the like button, leave a little comment, subscribe to the channel. All of that can easily be done before we reach the top of the stairs, which, yeah, see, you have plenty of time. And we reach the top of the stairs and we come back out into the area that we were just looking at before. That's the big gate. And we get 2 more flowers for our trouble, an 8 and a 7. So we got 7, 8, 9 and a great glovewort here. So this is a good place to get a fully upgraded one. And we need to get the circle of light installed again, because we have one more little trick fight here. Now here there's if you open this, you see a big giant, and if you haven't really figured it out, then it's going to be tough to figure out or to get this aggroed. You can also jump over the edges here, the ledges, and then you will fall down to the big fire guy. Alright, so we have aggroed him. Unfortunately, when you aggro him from it and are at a distance, he'll do the shout. And we want him to not shout, but actually get closer. Yeah. I need to get you closer. Because he's kind of stuck behind that wall there. So let's see if we can just lure him in. Ow. So I think he hit me and then he goes, alright, now I'm coming for you. So we wait. He staggers, not enough to fall down, but enough to not do anything for a bit. And we can get our critical hits. And run in again to get some more slashes at the legs. Dodge through that one. Somehow that didn't miss, didn't hit. So we changed to our jump attacks instead, because there'll be less opportunities here. I thought he would die here, but alas, not the case. So we need to dodge a few more times before we get in here. There we go. And somewhere a door opens. And we can see the door is ahead of us. It is opening as we approach. And as I said, if you jump over the ledges, you fall down to the flame guy, the fire monk guy. And, well, we don't need that because we've already been there. And we get yet another flower for our trouble, and then we head into the boss fight, which is an absolute joke. This boss fight is such a joke compared to how difficult these lesser watchdogs are. So yeah, see how difficult this boss is when we've been clearing it. It's a common thing that bosses, or these mini bosses, are way easier than the trash mobs. Like the dinosaur crows are awful, for example. The lesser watchdogs are annoying as well. But this here, okay, even though you dodge that, we're gonna, okay, then we just do jump attacks. Then she jumps back, we jump in, stagger, at 50%, and almost dead, and then a jump attack for the kill. What is that, like 5 attacks or something? And we get the whole Samurai curved sword and the Samurai set. So that's nice. I guess it was the hero, the giant conquering hero. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing for more guides. Also, let me know in the comment section what you want to see more guides of. Until next time, take care and stay effective.